Be sure to subscribe for more content.
Hey guys and girls, if you're new here, then welcome to the BigBC Finance Channel. On this channel, we post analysis, all things stocks and crypto. So if that's going to be interesting, be sure to hit the subscribe button for me. Today, we're going to be talking about Luna and basically what has happened over the past 24 hours. So we're looking at Luna Terra here on the 1 hour chart. And basically, since our video yesterday, we saw a lot of blood in the markets. Yesterday, we saw the CPI data come out. A lot of investors reacted negatively to that data. And it really did bring down pretty much every stock, every crypto out there, with just a few stocks, with just a small handful of them managing to survive the bad inflation data. And believe it or not, I do believe Luna was one of those survivors. If we look here at what happened yesterday, we saw this rising wedge here on Luna. Typical for a rising wedge, we see the price break below the support. And in this case, it happened right as the inflation data came out. And we saw this drop here. We saw a drop in Luna of around 13%, I believe. Let's just measure that. About 14%. However, when it touched this $3.80 mark, we saw a massive rally back up, and that rally there was around 20 to 23%, which is absolutely remarkable. Because if I just show you Bitcoin, for example, look at the way that reacted to the CPI data that came out yesterday. Luna and Bitcoin dumped at around the same time. So if we look at that 1 hour candle, we see Bitcoin and Luna doing the same thing within that 1 hour time frame. Look at Luna come up just as Bitcoin continues dumping there. So Luna does this 23% rally as Bitcoin is still going down. And it's the same picture over in the stock market as well. This drop occurred as Luna was going up. So we saw Luna really respect this Fibonacci that we saw at 0.618. If I do draw that back on for you guys so you can see, we had these fib levels here, and Luna had been respecting these fib levels on the way down at the 0.618 fib level at $4.10. Sorry, let me just remove that Bitcoin. We saw Luna respect this fib, and the price held up incredibly well, consolidating in this area at the 0.618 fib around the $4.10 mark. But something happened in the early hours of today UTC. So basically we saw a price crash from Luna here of about 50%, from around $4.40 all the way to $2.20 there. So basically a 50% drop in the Luna price within the space of a few hours. So a really big drop. You know, there was this previous buyer support region here where if the price touched this region, there was a lot bulls in the market buying Luna and bringing the price back up, as we saw with this rising wedge and this crash here, bringing the price back up very swiftly. So all of a sudden, you know, the price gets to this level and we don't see that same recovery. We don't see the buyers of support that we saw over the last two times. So what happened here? Well, basically there had been some news that transpired, you know, just a few hours ago from making this video. And that news is about this guy. And this happened. So South Korean court issues an arrest warrant against Do Kwon. And again, we've got another report here saying exactly the same thing. And the arrest warrant is based on the charge with a violation of capital market regulations in South Korea. So it's him and a few other people that worked with Terra Luna that now have this arrest warrant. And of course, that is very bad news for Luna. And that's why we see this massive 50% crash, almost all the way down to a complete retracement of Luna from where before the pump. Now, this is obviously in connection to when Luna crashed back in May. So why they're doing this arrest warrant now, right after Luna had pumped, I am not sure. However, it has happened and we've seen the price crash. But I will say, we've also seen the price come back up somewhat. So from the very, very bottom at $2.20, we actually did see the price go back up 43% over the space of the last few hours. So it touched $2.20, came up to $3.20 for a brief minute there. And now we're hovering at $2.80 on Luna. I think the price is only being propped up by buyers who've set limit orders around this region. And that's the only reason I can see why the price is pumping. That and just pure speculation from people who see an opportunity for the price to go back to the $4.40 mark. So of course, it's Do Kwon with the arrest warrant. Very bad news for. Let's also have a look at some of the indicators. So the RSI for Luna is showing that it is still oversold on the 1 hour time frame. On the 15-minute time frame, we've actually gone out of the oversold region. The RSI could be showing a buy signal here. However, I don't really recommend it given the circumstances. If we get in 15-minute time frame saying that there could be a buy signal here with this crossover between the signal and MACD line. However, again, I do not recommend following these indicators. I'm just showing these for the completeness of this video. On the 1 hour time frame, we're still on this downtrend here on the MACD. And looking at the chart, technically speaking, we do see this bottom level here at $2.23, and I do think that is quite a significant level. If I draw an extended line here at the bottom, for example, at the $2.20 mark, and I just zoom out on this chart, as you can see on the day chart for Luna, this line here at $2.23 has been a historical resistance for Luna. There are plenty of times where the Luna price has tested this $2.23 mark and come back down, so it's a very strong resistance. I can show you a few points, the most recent one being there at the start of September, then again in the 15th of August, and again so many more times in this region here. And if we just scroll back on Luna, you can see how many times the price has come up to this point here, up to this level here, and fallen back down. So a very strong resistance in the past, and now we're using it as our support level. So technically speaking, $2.23 should be a strong support for Luna. Obviously, this is speculation now because I don't know how the public are going to react to this news about Do Kwon with the arrest warrant. Just from a technical standpoint, it does look like we have found a bottom at $2.23. And of course, now the price is going back in this bullish motion here. So if we go on a shorter time frame, it does appear that there is a consolidation happening. It looks like that we are forming some sort of triangle here. This is a relatively short-term one. But yeah, basically with the triangle, we could see a breakup to the upsides and a breakout to the downside. At the moment, of course, I do believe it's going to be more on the downside. And if it was to occur, then we should see the price drop to around the $2 mark. So if this is in fact the triangle, there's a breakout on the bottom side, we should see $2. But if we do break up to the upside, we could hit this line here at $3.80, which was once our buyer support. So I'm looking out for this consolidation here. Obviously the volume is going down, so we could see a breakout on this. I think the longer term play, I do think there is also going to be a consolidation occurring that will look something like this. And of course, my theory is that around the world, people will start waking up. In America, most people will be asleep at the moment because it's around 11 UTC at the time of filming this video. So when they do wake up, when they see this Do Kwon news about him being arrested, if anyone does have a position in Luna, they might see this as an opportunity to exit before the price tanks further. So my theory is that the sellers are going to be taking over when they start to wake up to the news. And I do think we could probably see some sort of consolidation here. There's a lot of speculators in Luna at the moment. So we do see some buyers who think the possibility that the price could get to maybe up back to $4 is real. So I do think there's going to be a bit of a war between sellers and buyers, and this is going to be this region here. But by towards the end of today, I do think we should have a decision as to where the price is going to go, and I think we could see something that looks like this come from it. My price target again is $2.20. I will fully disclose that I did have a position. I did long as well when I first woke up, when I saw Luna drop like this, because I thought this would be a good buy opportunity. With every large drop comes a rebound, in the same way that we say what goes up must come down. It's the same on the opposite side. So when something drops hard like this, we do tend to see a relief rally. So I immediately bought, but then I did find out about the Do Kwon news, so I've exited my position now. I'm not trading this until I see a real triangle form with several tests on the support and the resistance, on the 1 hour time frame and not just the 15-minute time frame. So I want to see this form first, and I don't have a position in Luna. I may place a long, I may place a short, depending on what this triangle will do, but at the moment I have no position. I do believe that the price will probably go down to this $2.20 level, and if it can't hold this level, then I believe a complete retracement back to $2 will be on the cards. Of course, I can't really see any other people apart from speculators who are going to be coming into Luna right now, given the fact that there is an arrest warrant for its founder. So that's basically, so yeah, just my thoughts on everything to do with Luna. Obviously, this is a very sad day for us traders because it's tanked the price, and it's going to really put off new investors coming into this coin. It's really going to put people off from investing, from showing any interest to it, because the founder is now under arrest. So as long as it's still listed here on TradingView, as long as it's still listed on crypto exchanges, then I will keep making videos from them. I will keep making videos analyzing these cryptocurrencies. However, let's see what happens in the future. I'm keeping my eye on the news now, and I'm going to be keeping my eyes on these charts. And of course, stay safe trading out there. Don't risk anything you're not willing to lose. So with that being said, That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next.